Hey everybody, Jamie from Fuel Moto here, and welcome back to the Fuel Throttle podcast. Today we're doing something a bit more personal. We spent a lot of time talking about horsepower, tuning, dyno charts, and technical topics, but Fuel Moto has always been more than just parts. And the people behind Fuel Moto aren't just answering phones or building tunes. Almost all of us here ride. So we thought it would be a good time to introduce the people behind the scenes and the motorcycles they own, how they built them, and why, before we get to the rest of the team. Whitney's here with me today, and she's going to be leading the conversation for the rest of the podcast.
Thanks, Jamie. I'm excited to get into this one because customers hear from some of the crew, but they may not always know exactly the person behind the conversations or what they're riding when they leave work here. So I think we should kick this off by putting you in the hot seat, if you're good with that.
Fantastic.
Jamie, you're probably one of the hardest ones to start out with because your garage lineup seems to change and evolve, which I feel like it's a good thing, right? So let's get into it. I know you have a wide variety of bikes, from Harleys to sport bikes to performance builds that come through the door here, but what does that current lineup look like for you, and what roles do each of those bikes fill for you?
I have a pretty diversified, I guess, interest in motorcycles. I mean, that's pretty much my life and everything about it, and
Absolutely.
has been since I was been about 6 years, 7 years old when I started riding. I have currently about 40 some bikes right now. It's mixed Harleys. That includes a lot of shop bikes we have,
Sure.
and sport bikes, and some of the stuff I collect. And I don't know if many know this, but we buy and sell on the side here. I call it the Fuel Moto Vault, and kind of specialize in 80s and 90s era Japanese bikes, and we build and restore those. And that's kind of a hobby I've had since those days when I was racing those bikes, and I know a lot about them. And actually, in a previous life, when I was racing and traveling around the country with my wife and some of our kids when they were very tiny, and that's what I did. So it was a lot of metric road racing, Japanese and European bikes, Ducatis. I have affinity for early Suzuki GSX-Rs
Okay.
from the 80s into the early 90s when I was in high school and stuff like that. And I probably have a dozen of those, and we have a handful of them that we've restored to like concourse quality that probably could be shown at the highest level of any museum or showcase. But
That's incredible.
them are really cool. I like a lot of the homologation specials that they imported for racing. Yamaha OW1, I got one of those, Honda RC30. And on the sport bike side, it's just really fun for me to buy and sell those, and some of the old two-stroke stuff too. But on the everyday stuff, it's Harley, of course, because that's our bread and butter here. And there's no better way to know what you're working on than ride the bikes every day.
Got it.
And I don't put a huge amount of miles on. I mean, I guess relative to the amount of bikes I have, but I probably get 15,000 miles a year on a motorcycle, which
Heck
is
yeah.
which is probably pretty decent.
With all the work and
Right.
time that you have here, it's
And a lot of it is really cool because a lot of the builds that are special, and some of the stuff that doesn't even come to market that I ride and test it, whether it's back and forth to work or on the weekends, or, Lucas might take some of that stuff for the other people here too. That's really fun. But this year I'm probably going to ride Harley wise the CVO ST with the 136 in. That's a 180 horsepower street motor that we're building now. And I'll put more time on that. I really like that. I'll probably spend a little mixed time on our CVO RR. I know we're taking it to Road America next weekend
nice.
for the show up there. Probably my most favorite Harley, as crazy as it sounds, it's called the Dirty Dyno. It's an '05 dyno with just a 95-inch kit and a cam, and makes about 100 horsepower. Man, I think it's so fun to ride. Honestly, I don't really have a true favorite.
Okay.
I just like,
hard to choose.
it is. I just got a lot of mixed cool bikes I like to ride, and that's just a great part of doing what we do and being part of this here.
But I have to ask, if there is one out there, do you have a dream bike that you haven't owned yet?
Well, my dream bike I always had two of them.
Okay.
One was a Honda RC30, and I was fortunate enough to get my hands on one of those a few years ago with only like 400 kilometers on it. And that's
Wow.
probably my crown jewel for my collection here. It's really super nice.
Okay.
That was always my number one. My number two was a Yamaha OW1. I always liked one of those, and I do have one of those now. Those are really cool. But I would probably have to say a Ducati Desmo Sedici would probably be my dream bike
Top
here
one.
to have.
Yep.
But those bikes are getting so difficult. If you get one, you're probably not going to ride it like the other two I just mentioned, because they're rare, they're valuable. As far as having a dream bike to ride, man, I can't say that there's a lot better than that CVO ST with the big motor in it. That
For
is
sure.
really, really cool, fun to ride. I've updated the brakes, the suspension. It has Öhlins front and rear on it. I could put some really cool lighting on it. And we have a few things we're testing out right now, exhaust system wise, and other
Okay.
stuff that we'll be doing there. But the CVORR, it's really cool. There's a lot of unique pieces on it, but pound for pound, dollar for dollar, you can't beat that SD because
No,
it's just such a cool bike.
done. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
So before Whitney takes over interviewing the rest of the Fuel Moto crew, we're gonna turn the tables for a few minutes. So Whit, you're up.
But that was probably the perfect way to kick this off because honestly, Jamie's Garage alone could be its own podcast series, and maybe we should highlight them one day. Let us know in the comments wherever you're listening to if that's something you want to hear more of. I'm sure he'd be happy to share more. But my position here at Fuel Moto is to help with any of our marketing efforts. So things like editing this podcast that you're listening to right now, content creation, and keeping our website and our product listings as up to date as possible. I really consider around 2019 when my writing story kind of officially started. It was after I had my second child, and I caught the long distance endurance riding bug almost immediately, and I I haven't looked back since. I started off on a 2003 Harley-Davidson Sportster 883. It's the 100th anniversary edition. I still have that bike in the garage to this day, and I love doing 1,000-mile rides on it, which I know sounds crazy, but I love the difference between that one and currently my main bike is a 2024 Harley-Davidson Pan America Special. It replaced my 2021 Pan Am. It was a bike that was new to market. It was a corporate employee demo bike that I put 42,000 miles on it within 3 years. And then my husband has a 2023 Road Glide Special, which I tend to borrow often and add as many miles to it as I can. No upgrades really from a performance standpoint yet. I have to get his approval on it because it has to be a combined effort. So we'll wait to hear back from him and what he thinks and gives me the green light. But for now, we're going to keep things moving and start introducing more of the Fuel Moto crew and the bikes that inspire them as well outside of the shop here.
I've been riding for over 40 years.
That's crazy.
So
40 years? That's nuts. Okay.
got my motorcycles when I was 16, like right away.
Like instantly, that was the
Yeah.
first thing you wanted to do. Screw
Yeah,
the car.
I'm
You're
40,
like,
so that's 30 years ago.
that's awesome. You have the best parents.
Yeah.
You really do.
It was my golden birthday. So.
Oh, well, then that's fair, but
Yeah.
still.
All right, I'm Tony. I'm at Fuel Moto. I work with customer tech support, inside sales, but I do also schedule all the installs that come in the shop.
Okay.
Set up with the customers from, what needs they got, performance levels they want to be at, build a package that works best for their bike and their riding style.
Done.
But I go from booking the appointments to a lot of one-on-one with the customers.
Perfect.
On that process.
And that's every single day here at Fuel Moto.
Every day. Yep. Yeah, I got my first dirt bike for Christmas, Suzuki GR50, which I still have.
You got a bike for Christmas when you were 4.
Correct. Best Christmas ever.
I would say so. I'm slightly jealous.
Yeah. Rode it every day all summer long. Got my motorcycle license when I was 16. I got a Yamaha Seika 400. Started riding that back and forth to high school.
Okay.
Bought my Harley, which I still have in 2013. I have a 99 Road King. Since I worked here, it's been through multiple transitions. It's custom paint, wheels, suspension. We did a big motor in it. Me and Jim Monson down in the shop did a big
Okay.
motor in a couple years ago. So
right.
it's a really spicy 100-inch kit. Nearly 12-to-1 compression, big giant woods cam, ported heads, big throttle body. Makes 127 horsepower on
That's
pump gas.
nuts.
So it's a blast to ride. So.
What made you decide on that Road King?
Road
What
King,
was-
it was funny when I was looking for a Harley, I was talking to Jamie and I wanted something that looked old. And he's like, you don't want something with a carburetor on. You don't want to have to be tinkering with that all the time. Buy something that's going to run good. So he called me one day and he said he found this Road King. He bought it for himself, but decided it would have been the perfect bike for me.
Okay.
So he came and we picked it up from the old shop over on the other side of the highway there and rode it home and had it ever since.
The rest is history.
Yep.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
So Whitney's going to ask me a couple of questions. We're going to see what we can
Very
do here.
brief.
Maybe I could figure out how to do some voiceover, make some money off my Sam Elliott voice. Test.
Okay.
And a 1 and a 2. Hi, my name is Rob. I work in the tech and sales department on the phone here at Fuel Moto. I've been here about 3 years.
I was going to say, how long have you
been
been
in
here?
the industry about 16 years total.
Okay. What were you doing before at Fuel?
Before here, I ran a do-all Harley shop, everything from the big wheel bagger, wide rear end, air ride, audio, clown bike scene to everything in between, a lot of old stuff, which was cool.
Yeah.
And before that, I was a road rep for a major distributor in the industry. Personal bikes in my garage. My two, I'll call them daily riders. I have a '04 Electric Glide Classic,
Nice.
hopped up 100-inch headwork, pro pipe, daily. That's been a great bike. No real audio on it. And then my other daily is my '05 BMW R1200 GS adventure bike. Just an outstanding all-around bike, in my opinion.
Have you taken it off-road?
It has been down a lot of gravel out west and a
Perfect.
little bit of gravel in Wisconsin, but that is a primary ride when I go out west.
Have you done the Trans-Wisconsin Adventure Trail?
I
Any of
have
the
not
bikes?
done.
Would it be an option?
It could certainly be
Okay.
an option.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So you have those two bikes. What else?
Guys just got to find the time to go do
I
that.
suppose. Take vacation. Well, I'll put it in for Jamie.
So those are the two roadworthy bikes that I currently own.
Okay.
And then there's several project bikes in the garage, ranging from a '76 Aramaki SS250 that has not run in about 20 years, but is 100% complete and way above average condition. I have a '92 Ultra that has over 200,000 miles on the odometer. That bike's been all over. I rode that bike for many years, but currently, since I got the '04, that bike has been neglected, sitting in the corner of the garage, and it leaks everywhere but the seat. And then I have a '93 dyno lowrider that has not been 100% put back together in 16 years now. I am a world-class procrastinator.
Get it finished.
But I am very close. That bike's been a roller, driveline's all in. I just have some odds and ends to finish up. It's got an 89-inch stroker motor in it, all S&S internals. Some pretty elaborate headwork was done to it. So
Okay.
I can't wait to finish that. This is going to be the summer that bike gets finished.
All right. I'm holding you to that. So if it was an ideal off of work day and it was gorgeous weather, if all the bikes were working and in proper, like ready to go condition, what would be the first bike you take out for a ride?
It would probably be, if I'm going to be staying on pavement and running like to the river, it's going to be the '04 bagger.
Okay. Fair enough. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
Hi, I'm Lucas. I mainly deal with the remote tuning support and tech side of things, working with people who call in and might have issues with devices they received and that sort of thing. And the bike I have is a 2017 BMW S1000, basically stock bike that I picked up for a good deal and been a little bit more on the sport bike side of things. So
Heck yeah. Pretty much you've grown up into Fuel Moto here, but have you had a bike that's most memorable that you've had a chance to ride or experience here at Fuel that's like top of
It's-
mind for you?
it's kind of ironic since we do all Harley stuff. That
Sure.
Similar to Jamie, it's pretty much all been sport bikes and metric bikes that
That's
I've
fair.
ridden. Honestly, the best bike I've probably had so far is I had a 2020 Super Duke that is kind of similar. The fact it's a V-twin makes it a little bit closer to what we do here. And in that fact, it's really cool to ride the stuff that we build. And it's because it's a little bit more special riding that sort of stuff. I mean, there's a lot of performance that comes with the kind of bikes. So
And your main bike, what's the style of riding that you like to do?
yeah, I haven't really put much miles on it yet. I just bought it in fall, but
Make it happen this year?
yeah, right. It's mostly around town stuff. With previous sport bikes, I've taken them out to Sturgis. That's more our
Okay.
speed when we go to Sturgis. It's just more convenient than a big bagger. They're more nimble and it's fun to
It's
kind
fun
of
to
go
get
fast. But
into those roads of the Black Hills. there, for
exactly,
sure.
yeah, we don't really have that much stuff here in Wisconsin. So
It's a luxury when you get
yeah,
out.
exactly. There's only so much we can ask for here, but you can open it up when you get the chance, I guess.
You could take it anywhere in the country. Where would you take the bike to? And
I'll probably bring it down to Tail of the Dragon. I've only driven it in a car so far.
Okay.
So I'll probably end up going there. And I believe there's some pretty good riding and stuff. I'd like to go to the West Coast as well. And
Done.
there's some cool riding kind of in the Northeast area that I'd like to check out. So
Back of the Dragon, anything over there, even I know to check off the Tail of the Dragon, but any of those roads,
Yes,
you can't go wrong.
no, I only had a chance to do the Skyway and the Dragon when I was down there. And
Okay.
there's so much other stuff.
You got to
The
go
Ridge
back.
Parkway. Yeah, absolutely. There's so many miles that you could pile on there.
Make it happen this year.
Right. Yep. Hopefully.
All right. Thank you.
7 years.
Crazy. How'd you end up in the motorcycle world then?
I love riding. So my name is Mike. I work with warranty, returns, customer service, and more front office work here at Fuel
Brand
Moto.
new, fresh to the Fuel Moto crew, for
Yes,
sure.
yes. Today
So
is
welcome.
my third day officially. So
Heck yeah.
thank you. Love to be here.
And you brought your bike in today to work. So what's in the garage that you have?
I did. Yep. I've got a 2017 Harley Davidson Road King.
Okay.
It was very cold this morning on the way in, but it
50s,
was worth
40s?
it. It was 41
Okay.
when I left.
Did you have heated gear on?
I did, but it failed
Oh,
halfway
no.
through. Yeah. So it was chilly this morning.
Fair enough. It's well worth the ride in, and I'm sure the ride home will be better too. Have you done any upgrades to the bike or modifications to it?
So I've done some cosmetic things, but I haven't done anything major to
Ooh.
performance or engines. I put a aggressive sissy bar on there, put a luggage rack. I put different grips on it. I
Mandatory.
put different floorboards, but I have some major performance work that I want to get done.
Nice.
And working here will certainly help
Oh,
that.
what's the dream list then for that build?
So ultimately, I really want to put the 129 Big Bore Outlaw Fuel Moto kit
Okay.
on it.
Nice.
It just sounds rowdy, and I love that.
Perfect.
But in the more immediate time frame, I'm thinking probably a rowdy, very low B cam,
Okay.
better exhaust on it, and some kind of big intake.
That's
and a tune,
awesome.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mandatory in that sense. Perfect. Well, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I'm Christian. I am a technician here. I went to MMI and graduated in 98. Worked at a Kawasaki Polaris dealership for 4 years, and then I've been in the Harley world since 2001.
That's crazy. How long have you been here at Fuel?
Since 2020. 6 years.
That works.
I
What bikes
have,
do you ride?
I have a Beta 300 two-stroke. It's like an off-road enduro bike,
Heck
and then
yeah.
a little KLX 140 little mini bike.
So style of riding for you is
Woods riding, yeah, mostly off-road.
here in Wisconsin, or do you do any outside of the state?
Wisconsin and mostly the UP.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's your favorite place to ride then outside?
Probably outside of Marquette, Michigan.
That's a go-to for you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Time of year, I'm assuming like summer and fall is probably the best time, but
Early spring and
Early
late
spring
fall,
too?
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
When it's not too hot.
So you have the Enduro. What's the other one that you had?
It's just a little Kawasaki, like a mini bike. A
Oh,
bunch of my
heck yeah.
friends have tracks, and we ride mini bikes
That
like
way?
during the week,
That's going to be fun.
depending on the year. This year it's been down, but
Okay. Well, thanks for sharing.
yeah.
I am Jim, and I basically handle engine components, which would be like the cylinders, pistons, cylinder heads, technical questions when it comes to measurements or volumes or configurations. Generally speaking, if someone has a technical question that they don't know, don't understand, I try to help them
You're the
with
go-to
that.
person. Perfect. And how long have you been here at Fuel?
I worked here in 2011 for a while when we did twin cams.
Okay.
And then again, about 6 years ago, I have known Jamie and Cindy for probably 35 plus years now.
Crazy.
Yeah. We've known each other since we were probably 17 years old.
Okay. For the bikes that you own, can you share what you got in the garage right now?
Yeah. Right now, I'm actually prepping for Road America.
Heck yeah.
I have a track day on Monday and Tuesday where I'm coaching. And then Thursday, I'm racing Twins Cup on my 2023 Aprilia RS 660.
So pretty much a racing bike.
Yeah. It's actually a fully built, pretty much super bike.
Nice. So style of riding that you enjoy doing is definitely on racetrack like Road America.
Yeah, I started out like most people riding street bikes, but it turns out that everything I really wanted to do was on the racetrack. I think I got my road racing license in 1997. Jamie had already been racing. for a couple of years by then.
Perfect.
So we've been around each other a lot for that reason.
Have you ever raced against each other?
I think we were going to
Okay.
at Mid-Ohio. I was on a 2-stroke GP type bike and he was on a crazy built Ducati.
Oh my gosh.
And it blew up in practice. So we actually didn't get to race against each other,
Haven't
but
had
we
a
would
chance
have.
to. Would Jamie consider that now? Maybe that's a question for him.
I think if he had the time, he would definitely try it.
Okay, fair enough. I guess.
'Cause a lot of people don't know this, but he is actually a phenomenal rider and has a great balance. And he knows technical things, so his stuff usually is
It's
spot
golden.
on. And,
Yep.
he's tough to beat.
Perfect. All right, well, we'll leave that up to him to decide if that's going to happen or not. But thanks for sharing.
I build dreams 1 horsepower at a time. That's what I like to tell
That
people.
works. All right, we can start over again.
Hello, everybody. I'm Chad. I'm a technician here at Fuel Moto, and I've been here about 2.5 years, and I work on customer bikes day in and day out.
Perfect. Because you're wrenching on bikes every single day, I'm sure your garage has to be pretty epic too. So what do you have in the garage?
I've got a lot of equipment from welding to wrenching. I do pretty much everything. It's kind of a curse.
It is a curse.
It is a curse.
And a blessing at the same time.
And
So
a blessing, right? I don't have to wait around for things that I want to get done. I don't
you
have to
can take
wait.
care of
I'm
it.
not on anybody's waiting list. I usually take care of my own stuff.
So what bikes do you have in the garage?
In my garage, I have an 81 FLH and a 2019 Road Glide.
Stock or upgrades to either of them?
The FLH, the 81, is pretty much stock. It has an S&S Super E-carb on it, and
Nice.
that one runs pretty sweet the way it is, so we
Okay.
just cruise
Cheap.
around with it like that.
Okay. Fair
The
enough.
2019 has quite a bit of modifications on it.
What have you done to it so far?
Um,
Is it a long laundry list?
yeah,
of
it's a pretty
things?
long laundry list. There's a couple things that we haven't done to it, like
Okay.
brake calipers and paint.
Okay.
It's pretty much done head to toe. The Road Glide has suspension. It's got a Woolens front and rear.
Okay.
It's got a big bore 124 with level Z plus 2 heads, Jackpot Riot,
Nice.
exhaust, the Redshift 552 cam.
Perfect. So if a customer was to come in and ride your 19 Road Glide stock and then jump back on the bike with all the modifications you've done to it, what's the first thing they would notice?
Probably the power and the height.
Heck yeah.
It does have roughly an 1.5 inch front and rear raise on the suspension.
Okay.
It's a Woolens front and rear. It rides pretty nice.
Perfect.
I got it set up the way I like it, and I like the bikes to perform and the rideability. Yeah,
All right. Thanks for sharing.
thank you. There, that went better.
My name is Bob. I'm the guy that many of you talk to when you call in. I spend my day on the phone. You've heard me on the podcast before. I'm the old guy here. Ride almost every day. Jamie and I have joked about that. I'm the guy that'll push my bike out in the rain to ride to work.
Perfect.
So I ride a Road Glide. I've been riding Road Glide since 03.
Okay.
My current Road Glide is a 22 117. I ride an ST. I have our RTX pipe on it, and I've got a Wood 777XE
Okay.
for a cam in it because I utilize RPM very differently than most people. My normal, and when I say normal, I'm quite serious about this. My normal shift RPM is 5,000.
Really?
Yeah. So that's even on a lazy Saturday with my wife on the back.
She doesn't know any different.
No, well, when you're married as long as she and I have been.
Fair enough.
But even I say this, but and many people automatically assume that means I'm wide open throttle, hair on fire all the time.
Yeah.
And that's just not the case.
Okay.
If I'm in third gear, 5,000 RPM, I'm doing over 60.
Sure.
So I'll just take a couple gears, put it in cruise, and putter on into work. It's utilizing RPM as a mechanical advantage over the weight of the bike.
Okay.
That's how it works. So I use a cam that's for upper RPM. I dressed my bike with lower fairings because I ride early and late because I put a lot of miles on every year.
Mm-hmm.
But the Road Glides, for me, like many people are finding out, the Road Glides are a very comfortable bike to ride. It's my means of transportation.
When it's not snowing out.
Right. And I joke about
Or
this,
iced.
but I've been blessed. I've had my wife on the back of my bike at 22 degrees.
She's a trooper.
Wasn't happy,
Yeah,
but
but she's there.
yeah. So riding cold isn't a big deal.
Okay.
But riding comfortable is.
It is.
And having a bike that can perform like the cam that I added. People ask me why I haven't done more. because this is my daily rider and it works.
Sure.
I don't need 180 horsepower as a daily rider.
So if you had the option to upgrade to a different bike or get a different bike, would you take that offer or would you still stick with your current Road Glide?
At this point, my mindset is I'd stay with my current bike.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm not techie.
Yeah.
So that nice big touch screen that comes on these Gen 2 touring bikes
Absolutely.
is not in my comfort zone, I guess, is how I'd phrase it.
That's fair.
I don't use GPS. It's just not my thing.
Okay.
I'm a map guy.
Really?
And one of my favorite statements is I like to ride on roads I've never been on. And I feel that the definition of being lost is that you don't know where you are and you care that you don't know where you are.
It's true.
I don't care.
You got
I'm
that.
riding my bike. The newer bikes, the tech level that's on there is a little more than what I'd be comfortable with. Now, in a couple of years, I may change my perspective.
Absolutely.
But basic, I do very minimal things to the rest of the bike. I don't do big bars. I don't do big tires. I have brakes. I have cam.
You
Bikes
got it set up for
perform.
you. So
Right, exactly.
perfect. That's awesome. Thanks for sharing.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Okay, that was a fun one. And there's such a wide variety of bikes that the crew here at Fuel own. And I hope it gives everyone listening a better look at us and the motorcycles that fuel the passion outside of the shop here. But if you have any questions on like specific bikes, feel free to reach out to us. We're happy to share more details with you. You can do that by emailing us at marketing@fuelmotousa.com. But thanks for hanging out with us and being part of the Fuel Moto community. Coming up in the next episode, Jamie's getting back to more of the technical side of things with another episode of the Fuel Throttle podcast. So stay tuned for that and we'll catch you on the next one.